Both Jackson and Eliza can't hear us. I don't know. Maybe Ryan, can you help us out here? Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, maybe it's just Discord being buggy. Cool. Jiggly Jams can hear. Ben can hear. Okay. Great. Yeah, I was just recapping, just saying that we won't be doing the second astronaut announcement in this call. We'll be doing it in 4 hours. But yeah, also just kind of saying that I think that we got lucky in the winter, more than them getting lucky. Like I think that they're going to be a great representative of Moondao. So yeah. But yeah, I'm expecting kind of a short call this time. We don't have any new proposals up to vote, so yeah, we'll just be doing updates on different projects and then open floor, and anyone can hop up from the audience and bring up anything they'd like, and yeah, we'll just kind of hang out for a bit. Cool. Yeah, anything else we should cover before we jump into it, Mitchie?
No, I mean, I have an announcement.
Uh-oh, Mitchie. You're cutting in and out for us. I guess before we start, Ben, I spoke at the embassy just 2 days ago. With the Foresight Institute did a talk about space for Lab Week with Protocol Labs, the group behind IPFS and Filecoin, and yeah, it was a great discussion. Yeah, the Foresight Institute is pretty interested in maybe collaborating on a prize or something like that. So yeah, it's a cool group. It's a cool house. Yeah.
It is. Glad you get by. And yeah, I've been to the Foresight Institute puts on a vision weekend in the fall, and they do one in San Francisco. I think it's in maybe first week in December. And then they also do one in Europe outside Paris at this chateau. And a few of them in San Francisco, and they're great. Like first weekend in December, and there's a good space contingency. There's a good mix of people with long-term visions.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I brought up a life ship, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, we're all signed up on life ship too." So, yeah, pretty cool.
You gave a presentation too, right? How'd it go?
Yeah, I gave a presentation. Got great feedback. Yeah, a lot of people reached out afterwards. Really interested. So yeah, went well.
Super cool.
And I think it was recorded too. So yeah, we'll see if we can get the recording and post it on YouTube or something.
One idea I had, Pablo, was I think it's in the fall, I'm not sure, but there's tech weeks in different cities. There's one in San Francisco, there's one in New York, and there's one in LA. I went to the one in LA last year, and it was really cool. Like there's like 50 events a day. Pretty much all of them are free. Different organizations host them. They're anything from like cool parties to cool like events and talks like in a factory floor. Like there was a whole bunch of space ones in LA, and then people host ones where it's just like a walk in the park around a certain topic. And I was thinking that the San Francisco one and the LA one, we could host a walk, or a walk around along the beach, or a walk in a park or something around community space movements. And yeah, and it'd be free to do, and thought that'd be a cool offering.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a great idea. I think Ryan has reached out to Andrew Coate. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, who has been posting a little bit about organizing one for SF in a few months. So yeah, we should definitely get on that. That'd be awesome. I'd love to do that. Yeah, with LifeShip, be really cool.
Cool. Yeah, I'd love to be part of that if someone's already organizing one, and if not, or if there's something separate, then let's do something together. But yeah, if there's a way to connect me in, that'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be awesome. I meant to go to the Tech Week down in LA. Yeah, we were invited by man, I'm forgetting their name. But yeah, they had a bunch of different space talks down there. Yeah, it's really cool what's
It
happening,
was.
especially in the in the Gundo as they call it. um, there's like a big movement of especially like pretty young founders that are working on pretty pretty out there stuff in space, and yeah, feels like a big vibe shift.
Yep. Yeah, LA's vibing on it. It's cool. There's a lot of cool companies, cool founders, cool stuff that's come out of previous SpaceX employees that are now starting cool things. And yeah, LA's a fun vibe. And I went to Tech Week. I was there 3 or 4 days last year, and I went to probably 2 space events a day, and another cool another cool one, and events that were like yoga on the beach or yeah, whatever. It was fun, and it'd be cool to let's host one down here at LA too.
Yeah, yeah, great idea. Cool. Well, I guess we're 10 minutes in. Mitchie, I'll hand it over to you and get us started. Oh, I think Mitchie might be having some issues with his connection. Can you hear us, Mitchie? If not, I can. Or I guess he's first on the agenda here with Q1 wrap-ups.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
There we go. Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with my connection here. I'll try and make it quick. Basically, the payouts are all wrapped up. We've sent out everyone's ETH and all of their VMooney. I sent a DM to everyone who got paid out with the amounts and everything. I just posted the results in the chat, so if anyone wants to check those out, that's where you can find them. But the big thing to announce is the top 5 contributors for the quarter. So I've already reached out. I think we have everyone verified who who's going to be in this quarter. It's basically the same as last quarter, but Ben will be stepping down, and we'll actually have Fian here stepping up. I'll actually should invite him up to the stage. But yeah, after this call, I will be going through and updating all the roles in Discord and updating the project channels as well, just archiving the projects that are all wrapped up now. But yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to everyone for making this. I think we did this in like the fastest time we've done it yet, and I think we can continue to do it even faster next quarter. So big thanks to everyone for helping make this all happen. And yeah, congratulations to Fian, and thank you to Ben as well for serving on the Senate. And yeah, that's it. That's all my updates. I hope I got all that in without being losing my connection here.
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear. Yeah, thank you, Mitchie, for being really on top of the incentives this quarter. We definitely set a new record in terms of getting everything out on time, and then yeah, I'd also like to, for people that don't know Fian, he has been working on the designs for MoonDAO since I want to say over a year and a half at this point. So he's been helping out with the MoonDAO app, and he's kind of seen it go from 0 to 1. So from the first iteration of the MoonDAO app all the way to where it is today, he's been really leading a lot of the design work on it. So yeah, would love to have Fian say a little bit of words to the rest of the community here, and yeah, excited to have you join for the Senate this quarter.
Yep. Thanks, Pablo. Thanks everyone. Yeah, like Pablo said, I think I've been in MoonDAO for 2 years now. And I'm really so much in love with the community. I like the way we handle project here, and yeah, I'm also glad to be part of the Senate moving forward. So, yep, looking forward to the great things to achieve here. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Fian. Cool. Well, yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that we can add here, Mitchie.
No, that's basically it.
Cool. I guess, yeah, well, we don't have any proposals up for vote this week, so we'll go straight into project updates. Yeah, it looks like, sorry, I'm just pulling up the agenda here. So I guess I'll kick it off with the MOONEY Distribution, and then I'll hand it over to Phil. There's not too much to report with MOONEY Distribution at the moment. So right now we're mostly just kind of like reaching out to different groups that might be interested in more institutional sort of partners, I guess. That and the number one thing to kind of figure out is kind of like alignment on values and ensuring that they understand sort of like how our community works and how DAOs work in general. So yeah, I think that by onboarding some of these more institutional players, they can help bridge MoonDAO into the quote unquote traditional corporate business world. And I think that yeah, that process is still ongoing. I've had a few really good calls with a couple groups. One of them is called Beyond Earth, and actually they had they were actually one of the first groups or some of the founders in Beyond Earth Technologies to create tokenized funds, and now their VC group is just focused on entirely the tech stack for both lunar and Mars settlement. So very, very values aligned. We had a great introduction from Anastasia, who won our 0G flight. So yeah, I think yeah, over time we'll just kind of try to find a coalition or a group of really values aligned institutions, and then we'll figure out kind of how we want to structure that quote unquote round, I guess. So yeah, exciting stuff.
Just a quick question on that. Like, this is the first time I've really considered the interaction between investors and a DAO. Because Juicebox isn't the same, right, as an investment firm, VC folks putting in money. And so I don't know how I feel about it, but I just wanted to say that like that's very new to me, and I feel like I'd like to explore that or learn about how that interaction would take place more, because they seem at opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of governance and how the money's managed.
Yeah, well, fundamentally, they're treated in the same way as any other holder of Mooney. So I think that MoonDAO took a relatively more difficult path, but one that made a lot of sense for what we're trying to achieve. In that we had a fair launch token, and we kind of set the I guess foundation for how Moondao is governed just by hosting calls on Discord and figuring out how we want to govern ourselves. And now that we have this foundation, I think that we're ready to invite other kind of bigger players into the community. And I think
I'd
it's
say so instead of enthusiastic volunteer individuals, the people contributing may not be individuals anymore. Is how it would be essentially.
I mean, I guess we've never made a distinction between individuals or groups.
Right. That's my point.
Even in the beginning, there have been people that contributed to Juicebox that were groups, and so same thing. Nothing changes as far as our constitution or how Moondao works. So yeah.
Awesome. I can give some updates on the projects I've been working on. First, Desci. We had a workshop which we set up recurring events on Mondays to at hopefully a doable time zone for North America and most of Europe, which is the time zone of most of the people that have been interested in the project. It's been, a little rocky getting started and there's a lot of things to learn before we can get like a smooth process of getting papers from finding them in a journal to having notes that are reviewed by other contributors. But we're getting there. There's a few papers that are posted in our feed, the Moondao bannered feed on Desci. And we have a big list of researchers to reach out to. So it's going. Any questions on Desci? Cool.
I guess so if we're talking to a researcher and we want to point them towards something, is there like an info page where they can learn about how to join this sort of like research group? Or
we have a Google Doc with like suggested things to put in your intro email, and then also with instructions for how to do that. It's not a page. We could I guess we should probably make a docs page for it. But right now it's we just have a Google Doc that's our reference.
Yeah, docs page would be great. Yeah.
In other news, this isn't an ongoing project, but it's coming out of the space-time project from before. I've got some verbal commitments from a few different organizations to participate in the university capstone project for the space-time card. And I've got a meeting tomorrow with the person that runs the program at RIT. Everybody's super excited, and I just have to make it, real is the last step. But yeah, so getting like a project going with actual funding, students working on hardware, designing hardware and software for a precision timekeeping device that's under $10,000 and capable of withstanding the lunar environment. Yeah, it's going to be super cool. Unfortunately, I've been saying the same thing for a while about, things are looking good, but meeting soon. Hopefully that'll wrap up and I'll actually close. I'm really looking forward to my meeting tomorrow. Those are my project updates.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, we only have 2 active projects at the moment, so yeah, looking forward to seeing, I guess, more of the things in ideation become projects. Yeah, want to give a shout out to Jiggly Jams in the audience, working on an ANS integration. I think that's going to be great. We'll probably also be moving forward with a D-Prize project too this quarter, so that'll be good too. Yeah. So Mitchie, I guess I'll hand it back to you. Oh,
well, I'd like to give a call out on that topic for interested folks to come and participate. There's one project that's almost ready to be real. There's a few details that need to be ironed out for an analog astronaut program through MOONEY. The primary author on it, Marta, has been slammed with other things in her life that are going really well, but she hasn't had the time to commit to MOONEY, and likewise with me, I was kind of the other person supporting that project. So I'd really love to see MOONEY not just buy tickets on space tourism flights or zero G, but also start to train us regular citizens for what it would be like to be on the moon, and maybe start with something basic classes, move up to analog astronaut programs. It would be amazing to go to the neutral buoyancy lab at Johnson Space Center. There's a lot of places this could go. So if you're interested, reach out to me or find the thread in ideation, and I'm willing to be the delegate for that project.
Sweet. Yeah. I think that's been an interesting thread for a while, and yeah, hoping to see it materialize into a project soon. Cool. All right. Well, I guess I'll hand it back over to you, Mitchie. I don't know if there's any closing statements before we go into just open town hall.
Super hyped about later today.
Cool. Well, I guess if there isn't anyone jumping up, then maybe we can close up. Yeah, I'll see you guys in, I guess, is it like 3.5 hours when we announce our second astronaut? Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Cool.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
See you later. Bye.